Hello and welcome. So I am going to take a look at the Times Cryptic Crossword, which is being published on Wednesday the 22nd of October 2025. Now, as this little box in the middle tells us, this was puzzle number 2 in the qualifier at the Times Crossword Championship and was completed correctly by 55 of the 111 contestants. So in the championship, in the qualifying round, you get given 3 puzzles and you have 60 minutes to get as many answers on those as possible. Get a mark out of 90 because there's 30 clues on each. Now I did number 1 first last Wednesday, and number 3 and the third puzzle will be coming up next week. Number 1 apparently was a hard one because only 11 people had solved that. I think it's 11 people. This one obviously a bit easier. I think I got 12. I think I got about half the answers last week. 12. I got 12 definitely right and a couple more. But as I say, you get 60 minutes to do 3 puzzles. So it's an average of one puzzle for every 20 minutes as an average. Obviously you can flick between them if you have them in front of you. And it took me 25 minutes just to read all the clues last week. So I'm going to have to speed up on my clue reading and not spend too long thinking on them and see how it goes. And I'll give it I'll get an idea of what I can do on the first look in those 20-25 minutes, and then I'll continue on, see if I can complete the puzzle and see what I can get. So anyway, that's probably all I've got to say on it really. So I'm going to reset the timer if I can find the reset button. Here it is somewhere. Reset. And crack on. Routine repast involving tea, endlessly sweet. Tea, sweet, repast, routine. Don't know. One does admire poachers at last catching game. One does admire coaches. No. Christian VIP yet to meet maker. Maker could be an anagram indicator. Yet to meet. Still something. VIP. Can't think of a thing for VIP, which makes me think it's an anagram. Christian. Riverbanks washed out around area in the dark. Riverbanks washed out around area in the dark. Nope. Team doctor stopping to help on field. Doctor could be an anagram indicator. Team could be a side. Stopping to help on field. Field could be a ground. I don't know why field ground is going to be there. Okay, a positive result having trimmed one's beard. Well, take the D and the B off, you get ear. I don't think that's a positive result. Positive result is a yes. Beard. Can't think of a word for beard. Other than beard. Hairy. Air. No. Little darling couple has married off. Scroll down. Little darling couple has married off. Well, M. So let's take a couple. Take an M off of it, I think, isn't it? Couple could be to tie something up, unite it, wed. Okay. Knowing about false icon, failed to impress. Knowing about false icon, failed to impress. Well, false icon is a god. Failed to impress. Nope. Losing wings, so start to drop lower. Losing wings. Well, losing wings are LG. So start to drop lower. Nope. Mark's daughter, self-satisfied European entertains. Mark's daughter, self-satisfied European entertains. Is that saying put? I don't know. Okay, source of vintage is a V. Puzzle does not include times. But what if it's V for vintage? What's the definition going to be? Puzzle does not include times. Suggest take an X out of a word for puzzle. Source of vintage. Age. Nope. Pastel once restored. That must be an anagram, mustn't it? Please be an anagram. Reflecting different colours is. I don't know. I'll write that down though. So make a note. Pastel once. No, nothing coming there. Earl and Duke favoured by Asian land animal. Devoured, sorry, by Asian land animal. So put an E, I assume an E and a D. Or is it Earl Grey? Asian land would be, I'm not sure. Round character, extremely short in leg. Extremely short suggests it should be an ST. Going into leg, round character, or CR for character, I suppose. Round, curved. Ceremonial county known to Scots. Kent, I think. Ken is to Kent. Known to Scots is to Ken. But County Kent isn't a T, is it? Known to Scots. I'm going to put Ken there, not sure about that. Leading swimmer smoked with Carol outside. So the Carol is to sing normally, so I think it's probably an SING there going on. Leading swimmer smoked. Snorkeling. Okay, well that is not going well at all, is it? I at least had a couple of long anagrams to try and unravel last week. One or two other clues. Second exercise class for mope, for depressive they are. Mope, okay. M-O-P-E, yeah. M's predecessor, M is L, constrained by bond, showing mercy. Let's put an L there just to remind me. Constrained by bond. Showing mercy is, can't think of a word for that. Right, much sentimentality about female at Oxford University. Useless. A female at University, Oxford, ultimately, sorry, I'm misreading, aren't I? Female at Oxford. Much sentimentality. A big cry of tears or something, a big show of tears, aren't they? What may be melting in current century with rising speed? Some kind of tar, I thought that would be. Rate being a speed going up with, what is it, ice cap? Ice cap, there we are. Pace going upwards. What may be melting? Current is I and century is C, yeah. Sign where fish are small, having lost mass. Sign. We're looking for a, we've got, sign, signal, for astrological sign. I can't bother to go through that. It's about Scorpio, no. Scorpion. Fish are small, having lost mass. No. Rosenthal, what? A minister showing masses of brains. Is that a hidden word? Thalamin? I think that's thalamin, but I don't know. No, it can't be thalamin. Alamine. No. I don't know what to do with Rosenthal. Commando without experience leads soldiers in punt. Oh, gone off screen. That's a bit of a in-betweeny place. Commando without experience leads soldiers in punt. Cool. Displaced man changed ID one summer. Displaced man changed ID one summer. Man is 3. Changed is 7. Is 10 plus 2 for I and 1. Could be an anagram. Man changed ID 1 for an I. Don't know. Completed article on Native Americans in bother. In the completed article, that's going to be the, isn't it? Completed is over on Native Americans in bother. In the no. Creature no longer seen in areas south of large country. Self large makes me think L. Should go there. Creature no longer seen is country would be 5 and 3. Can't think of any countries that are 5 and 3. Chap, hungover, not very lively. Chap is a man. Hungover. Not. Could be sober, therefore. Hungover not. Okay, God's protecting revolutionary republic for pennies. God's deities, pennies. Revolutionary Republic doesn't seem with win back theatre company with uniform parts. Theatre company is a cast. Win back is to rep for theatre company. Win back is to uniform parts. No, repair? No, uniform parts are evens, irons. Oh, sons drink, kiss and cuddle. Is that snog? S for son, sons. Drink, kiss and cuddle. Okay, well I've done really badly there. Just 2 answers. Routine repast involving tea. And I've got an M to start off this one. Routine. Involving tea. Tea could be char. Endlessly sweet. Nice. Ice. Can't think of anything. One does admire poachers at last. Catching game. No. So it's taken me 10 minutes to go through the clues, which I did say I was going to try and speed up a bit. VIP yet. Christian. Yet to meet maker. No. Riverbanks washed out. Area in the dark. Washed out could be an anagram indicator, I suppose. Half a river in the dark is how I feel about this puzzle, really. Team doctor stopping to help. Doctor stopping to help on field. Help on the end of field. Aid. Team is a side. Side. A positive result, having trimmed one's beard. A-Y-E. Why would that be A-Y-E though, if it is yay? One's beard, I. Layer? Is that a layer without an L and an R? I'm going to go with that being I. Not very convinced, but I'm not getting very far otherwise. Little darling couple has married off. Little darling couple has married off. Sweetheart couple has married off. Pairs couple. Brace. Knowing about false icon failed to impress. Knowing about false icon failed to impress. Losing wings, so start to drop lower. Okay, so that's saying so start to drop lower is saying move think of a word for wings, so whatever that might be, and then put the first letter lower to give you a word for losing. I mean, ings suggests losing, wings suggests there should be an ing in there maybe. Not really, no. Mark's daughter, Mark could be an M, daughter is D, self-satisfied is smug, European entertains. Daughter would be D. Mark's self-satisfied. Feels like smug should go there somewhere, but that isn't going to work. European entertains, so we're putting a... No. Gosh, oh, excuse me, I'm tired because I'm just getting nowhere on this one. For 15 minutes I've got very little, really 1, 2, maybe 3, maybe a fourth in Kent, and very few bits to help me out. Pastel once restored, okay, that's an anagram maybe, isn't it? But reflecting different colours is a kaleidoscope, is what I was thinking. Kaleidoscope, no. Pastiche, pastel. There's a scope there, I think. I don't know, is there a scope? You've got 2 E's. Which leaves me, what have got left? LNT, lantyscope, LNTE, natal scope, antal scope, is that really going to work? Pencil once restored, reflecting different colours. I can't even work out how to make that reflect different. Would be antal, anti, I don't know. Lantoscope feels like the word it should be. Lantern being the start. E and D, it's about Bayesian land. So what I've got India, it's 5 letters. China. Okay, what about China? Chimera. Doesn't work. China. Chai. Echidna. Good old echidna. Does that work? And why is it echidna? Yes, echidna. Hurrah. Earl, and then China with a D in it. Hooray, good. This one, round character. Round is an O. Character, extremely. OCR. Short in leg. No. Ceremonial county. Known is, if you know something you can, in Scottish I think, but where the T comes from, Kent. Known. Maybe it's a past principle. Let's go with Kent. Leading swimmer, smoked with Carol outside. I think that's got to be sing, hasn't it? Although I don't like that P there. Leading is up. Let's look at the downs again. So we've got mope. I'm not sure about it. It's depressive mope. Bonds, I just put the L in there to remind myself, didn't I? Bond's predecessor, constrained by bond, showing mercy. Mercy is, can't even think of the word for mercy. Gosh, so on my second look through, I'm at 17 minutes, so basically this is my allocation almost over really on this one. Much sentimentality. And I don't know, that's a TA, do I? Ultimately useless, out of hand. Much sentimentality about female Oxford, ultimately useless. Big fat waste of time. It's either A or I, isn't it? But that hasn't helped me a bit. Okay, sign where fishes are small, having lost mass. Pilchards comes to my mind for some reason. Sardines. Sardines. What is that? Sardines. Pilchards. Can't see why that is. Rosenthal. Don't know what to do with this clue. Other than I think it might be a hidden word, but if it is, masses of brains. Masses of brains would be masses of brains. Normally measure brains in grams for size, but I don't think it's meant to be. So it's a collection of eggheads. Commando without experience leads soldiers in what? In punt. Punt's a gamble. It's to kick. That's not working. Displaced man changed ID as a C. Maybe. One summer season. Can't see that. Right. Completed article on Native Americans in bother. The article doesn't have to be a the, it could be an a. Completed, and the no, this one, creature no longer seen in area south of large country. Some kind of ant, maybe, from the echidna. Which makes that leading swimmer smoked. Carol outside. It's not happening for me, is it? Chap hungover, not very lively. Chap could be a gent or a man. I don't think it's going to be a specific name. Not very lively would be not coming to me. And God's protecting Revolutionary Republic for pennies. Win back theatre company with the uniform parts. Rep. Sons drink, kiss and cuddle. I mean, I'll put snog in there only because I don't think it's right, but because kiss, I think it's probably an X in there somewhere, really. Cuddle, but kiss and cuddle is maybe a snog. Drink, S-nog. Sups. Yeah. There we go, 21 minutes. I mean, that's my allocation. I mean, obviously, if I've got more, so what's that? 1, 2, 3, maybe 3, 4, 5 clues. I've got 5 answers in there. Kent, snog, ice cap, and mope. And even those, echidna as well. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd stick that in 7, but I don't know that's right. Yeah, I mean, you don't lose any marks having a wrong answer in there, put it that way. But let's keep going anyway, see if I can unlock this. Routine is habit. T is char. Endlessly sweet. Machine. Much. And again, I don't know if that is char, or maybe it's much sentimentality. No. Christian could be PI for pie, pious, but I don't think that's right. So yeah, team is a side, doctor stopping help on field is a side, help on field is a side, something, don't know. Yeah, just really not gone well at all, this one. I mean, this is why I will not be entering the Times Championship for a while yet. One does admire poachers at last. We've got S-E-S-T, says catching game. Poachers last is an S. S-T mode, catching game is... No. Commando, without experience, leads soldiers in punt. Punt is a gamble, or to kick, or a boat, I suppose, flat bottom boat. Soldiers are men. That's just a green beret, isn't it? Probably. So commando is a green beret, and if you haven't got experience, experience is B. RE is ret. Sorry. I think that's probably green beret, which means that isn't AYN. That's G. Catching game. One does admire. Poachers at last. Catching game. Game could be go, but without experience is green. Leads soldiers could be SIP, though, isn't that? Green SIP. Commando's a green beret. Yeah, commando's a green beret, so green is experience. Without experience, sorry. But soldiers in punt is RE in a bet. There you are. Green beret, good. Got one. But at 25 minutes. God. And that hasn't really helped on any of these because it's the last letter. A positive result. A boon, having trimmed one's beard. Can't think of a word for beard. Assuming that's even a word. I'll just have a swig of tea, excuse me. So I'm looking at this thing, European, thinking that's an E. So am I trying to get to a word meaning entertains? Or is it smudge? They are smudge. Yeah, G for a D for daughter and a smug. I had the components, just not when I needed them. Displaced man changed ID one summer. God's protecting Revolutionary Republic. Well, Revolutionary would be PER to me. Gods are excuse me, idols, deities. I said deities before, didn't I? No, actually, okay. This clue is asking me to change an R for a P. So there's my P. So gods protecting revolutionary. So gods, it's a word meaning gods, isn't it? Dip. Or is it gods protecting revolutionary republic for pennies? Tap. I think that is probably, assuming that's the P there from scope. Displaced man, changed one summer. Summer is a mathematics adding. We had an adding last week in one of the puzzles last week though. Could be a machine. Why would be a machine? There's a machine there, isn't there? Yeah, there's a summing machine, adding machine. Okay, is that? There's an anagram there of something like adding machine or something. I think. Adding machine, is it? Let's check that out. Did I write them down? Man one summer? No, I didn't. Man. Let's see, man changed. ID. One. I think I need another one, don't I? So I've got machine. Let's get rid of that bit. MACH. I-N-E. Adding machine now. Summer. Okay. Hold on. This is a no, isn't it? Because it's a no. It failed to impress. No. Knowing about false icon. Fail. Knowing about false icon. Knowing about false icon. Failed to impress is... I don't know what it is. Gave no something. At least that kind of confirms the scope part, even if the rest of it I can't get. I've seen Doctor, still can't get that one. Stopping to help on field. Field is... There's an aid there, I think, somewhere. I think that's an aid there, but on the end of field. Field is a... Not coming to me. Right. This one. Riverbanks washed out around area. There's my A for area. In the dark. Riverbanks are... Is it river? Banks is BS. Doesn't think so. A positive result though, having trimmed one's beard. Shaved. Nope. I don't know what to do with this Rosenthal clue. One does admire. Poaches at last, which is just an S, maybe. Catching game. Game would be... Again, I want to put mug in there for smug. That can't be right though. Oh, what we got? Endless routine. Routine is just not coming to me at all. I don't know if that A is correct. Let's go back down the bottom. Oh, there we are. To try again down bottom is the screen doesn't scroll very usefully. Leading swimmer smoked with Carol outside. Well, I think Carol is to sing. I don't know about that for certain, because I don't know that I be in there really. Gods. Protecting revolution, he suggested. Protected would be an ED, which is what I was putting there. They, it, eyes, deities is the right number of letters. Round character, extremely short in leg. Legs are one of those words that just comes up too often. Stages of races. Very rarely do an actual leg though, you know. Round character, extremely short in leg. Is that just Omicron? As a round character, is Omicron? And if so, why is it? Micro is, yeah, micro and leg is on in the good old cricket notation, which begins to make me think that Snog might be right, because I don't know what I'm going to put there else. S, and then drink is eggnog, so yeah, nog, isn't it? Fair enough. I'm assuming that's sing going across there. Rep or repost. Uniform parts is... Oh, is it parts of a uniform maybe? Actual uniform as opposed to U for uniform. Rep. Win back is to repoke, repose, riposte, repove, repome, riposte. Uniform parts would be reform, reporm. Is it per? Is it theatre company backwards? Win is to per. No. Rep. Yeah, win back. Theatre company is rep. So I'm fairly sure that's going to be, and that gives you a restart, and to win something back, anytime you do back is going to be a reword, I think. Uniform parts is not coming to me. Repool, repout, win back, this one, leading swimmer, smoked with Carol outside. I would assume leading swimmer would be the setter, trendsetter, or whatever, wouldn't it? This here isn't very nice. Because I've just got some letters in it, even if assuming that is and. I don't even know that's and, do I? Creature no longer seen in area, south of large country. I've got to assume south of large country isn't going to be the name of a large country per se. I'm going to get rid of that, losing wings. I wonder if that's something like descending or something. So start trolley, be descending, lightning, or whatever the words are. I don't know if that T is correct there. What a tangled web today is. 36 minutes. Rosenthal, I don't know what that's about. That one, a positive result. Does that do with blood tests being positive or something? Pass. Is it an A grade, a B grade? Knowing about false icon, failed to impress. Did no, failed to impress. Had no ice. A list of 3-letter ending words ending in E. Something gone down there. So look at this one. I thought it was Republic backwards on it. Rep. So yeah, what's this? So God's protecting Revolutionary Republic. So yeah, God's is it literally God's? Can't be God's, can it? No. Gods are idols. They are gods. Top part of the theatre. Pennies are depper, pence. I'm sure that's going to help me now. Demi. It's frustrating not to be able to see that one. Just do it here, I suppose. Z, XC. Repond. Uniform parts. Not much shut up run, is there? No. I mean, it makes me think I've got something wrong here somewhere, but maybe it's a PER, but I don't know. Omicron I am actually quite happy with, because that's micro in leg, and leg is on in cricket terms. This one, chap hungover, man, gent, lad. Not very lively. Hungover probably is that an anagram of hung? Which would be GHUN. Can't see how that's going to work. Could be UGHGN, no. Hung. Not very lively is, what's it going to be? Bother. Break. The break. Check. What's this one? Source of vintage. Well, if it's a V, and it isn't, there's no word I can think of that would fit that 5 letters with the V. There might be some word, but not an obvious one. Puzzle does not include times. Well, I think that's probably just res for result. Because you, is it? No, hang on. Get rid of that. Times by. I was thinking of rebus. Source of vintage. Rebus. Time by. I was thinking of a word with a by in it. And kind of dived in there thinking rebus had a by rather than just a bu. Jigsaw. Even if that is an R, and it isn't obviously. Again, don't know what's going in there. Source of vintage. Crew. Crux. I think that's crew, isn't it? And crux. To take the X off of crux. A puzzle is a crux, is it? It's also a cruisum, where you get wine from. Chap. Hungover. Oh, give me an anagram. Hungover. Not very lively is sloth-like, sloven. Again, if we've got hungover, what we've got? We've got N, G, hung. Got the N in there. Can't see that. Up the creek. In bother is up the creek, isn't it? Completed is up, times up, I suppose. Article on native the Cree. Where's the K coming from? Can't see where the K comes from, but I'm sure it's up the creek. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Well, it must be Kent, and it must be up the creek. Sure about that much. This one, little darling, couple has married off. Pair. Much sentimentality about female at Oxford. Ultimately useless. Oh, there's my Oxford. Is a D, maybe. Oxford useless is how I feel about myself at this crossword at this point. Gosh, 55 people completed this. This is hard. That's better than I think the reason so few completed last week's was that there was a particular answer in it that was almost impossible to get to for most people. If you're looking back, it's the one about it was chemical or something, I think, or a vitamin or something that no one had ever heard of, or a biological mineral. So yeah, much sentimentality about female at Oxford. Female is F, at Oxford is ultimately useless. A chocolate teapot. This one losing wings, so start to drop lower. Yeah, not really going well, is it? Excuse me. I've only got 4. I think, okay, NTL. Well, if it's not an A, then N. I don't think there's any word that would fit there. T could be stud, stad, and other things. And L could be glad, glod, glid, glad. Whereas A does have quite a lot there. Antoscope. What do I put in there for? Altnoscope. Antal. Creature. Extant. Extant, no. South of Large. Losing wings. No. Little darling couple is married off. No. Teen doctor. Keeping outside, but side salad. No. There we go. I think there's an L to go now. I never quite got to that one. M's predecessor constrained by bond. Showing mercy is to be. Just can't think of a word for mercy, really. Apart from magnanimous, and that isn't really going to be the answer because it's too long. Let's put an L there. Look at this one again. If that was side, end of, and a probably not going to be side, is it? Routine is habitual, involving tea. Repast involving tea. Is that just now repast with a T? And where am I getting my M from though? Yeah, it doesn't really work, does it? Although repast could be a meal, I suppose. Meal. Mealer. Meal. Let's put AL there. Meal. T would be mechanical. Okay, got there, mechanical somehow. Why couldn't I do this earlier? Char, meal, nice. And I said nice as well. Oh, blimey. Mem's predecessor constrained by bond. Bond is couple. Couple. Oh, let's take that out for a second. If I put an L in there, what are we going to get for a constraint? Mercy is oh. Little darling has married off. Little darling couple has married off. Um, Yet to meet maker. I really want to just put, is Christian being abbreviation to C? I don't know about that. It's not really an anagram indicator though, is it? To meet the maker is not going to come to me. This long one, much sentimentality. About female. Mercy is contempt. It's the opposite of contempt, isn't it, really? That's not helping me. Ice cap and adding machine are correct. So I've got an A, something D. I thought that was aid there, but what about if I put aid there? Aided, raided, sided, stopping to help on field. Doctor. I didn't really think about the possibilities of what doctor is this. MB, MO, DR. Real Madrid. And if so, there's aid in doctor here and a realm. I feel just really. I know I sound a bit disappointed, really, but 50 minutes in, if I was, having done, if I was in the contest, I wouldn't even have had a chance to look at the third puzzle yet. At least I'm getting them. That's the positive. But all a much sentimentality about female. Useless is a bag of rubbish, for a nice, to put it nicely. Bond. Can't look at that. And this word here, I can't even think what that can be. Lad, leg, lot. Okay, lot of. Did I say a lot of something before? Not a lot of hand. Much sentimentality does suggest a lot. There's a female, a lot. At Oxford. Don't know, that's definitely right, do I? A lot of. Not a lot of. If that was a T for lot, then that would be a darling. Couple has married off. Darling is pet, and petite is a mite. Is that right? Couple, item, yeah, petite. Now I get them. Mercy, Clarent. Is this helpful? Help. Losing wings. I don't know that of's right, do I? But lot, I assume, is right. A big lot of sand. A big lot of much sentimentality. And that has to be let or lot, doesn't it, really? Lot, lit, lot. Could be lit. Could be let, something let of. But I think it's a lot. Excuse me. Chap hungover. So what I haven't had is a hidden word. And last week's did have some hidden words in it, so let's go through. What have we got? Hidden word possibilities. Well, got catching and game, we've got G's in them, but not the G's, so that isn't going to help. This one, sign where fish are small, having lost Max, excuse me. Sign could be Aries, I suppose. Where fish are small, sorry. Excuse me. Oh, I'll have. There's no hidden word there. That doesn't seem like it's going to be a hidden word one. M's predecessor, Clement and cement. There, I've seen that before. Clement. Is this a potate? Christian. Is there such a word as potate? Prelate. I think prelate. Would that be VIP? Yet to meet a maker. Late could be yet to do something. Meet maker. Prelude. It can't be primate. That's cement, isn't it? Bond is cement, yeah. Could be prelude. I don't understand why it would be. To meet maker. Predate. Not sure I know what to do with my Christian here, so to speak. It does open up some interesting ideas here. Once you start to put an A there, a sad lot, a sad. Much sentimentality is sad. Yet we make a prelate. Yeah, Christian Vi. I think it's a prelate. So you're before death, aren't you? So you haven't got once you die, you go off to meet your maker. So you're prelate. A sad lot of what? Much sentimentality is sad. A sad lot about female at Oxford University. Useless. A sad lot of. Don't know what that'd be. If I'm even right with that much. Well, as a grid go, it looks a bit happier now. So, and I'm coming up towards the hour, which is normally my backing out point, really. So look at this one. Losing wings, so start to drop lower. Well, drop lower is to fall. Losing, well, there's an L for, can't be double L, can it? South of large. Country, no longer seen in area. I mean, that might not be a sad lot of NTL. A sad lot of don't know, A N T L. Creature is going to be something ant, I think. No longer seen is. Well, I thought it was extant. I don't know if that means extant means that or not, but I think it's maybe something like that. Seen in area, south of large country. It's not going to work, is it? I'm going to go back to my good old Antle scope there. So what's this? Hold full, hole, losing wings. So. Chap hungover. Not very lively is Slothen, slodgen. Ralphin, Rutchen. Hmm. 58 minutes. Almost time to call it a day then, really. Grudgeon, I can't see really word that goes in there. Which makes you think, I'm not even sure about Kent really. Can't see what wordplay is. I don't think I know enough there unless I start looking for hidden words at one point. Losing wings, so start to drop. Oh well. This one, knowing about false icon. No. Right, there's an hour. Right, let's see what I've got. That was not very successful. Check grid. Oh, lots wrong. Antoscope was wrong. Okay, that doesn't surprise me. What's that? A sad lot was wrong. So let's get rid of that. That was wrong. A. Check grid. Get rid of that. Oh. I think that was wrong, wasn't it? Even the ant was wrong. Oh, my S was right though. That's the good news. The S was right. Check grid. Oh, and P. Ah, that's why. That wasn't coming up with anything. Win again, reform, maybe. Excuse me. So that's as far as I got. That's as far as I got. So what I've got? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. My gosh, that's terrible. 16. Okay, know what I know now. Can I get any more? I can't want that to be demarchy or something. That wasn't a scope, antal scope. I don't know where to start really. One does of my approaches at last, catching the game. Let's go through, yeah. So I'm going to go through the grid and just fill in words. Trying to explain. I'm going to explain what's going on as best I can, and I'll reveal as I go along. Because if I try, I can't. You can't actually get them up, stay up. Right. So routine is mechanical. That's your definition. Repast is a meal, so that's MEAL, so start and end the clue. Involving T is char, and endlessly sweet. Well, sweet is nice without the E on it. So that's that one. One does admire. Right, what was this? Reveal word. Stag. One does admire poachers at last, catching game. ST. Catching game. Poachers at last is ST. Catching. One does admire. Stag. Poachers at last. Catching game. That game of tag, yeah, it's S for. Okay, so poachers is the S, and the game is tag, I think. Stag, one does admire, is to stag. Not sure about that. Okay, well, there you go. Right, I think a prelate is a Christian VIP. That's your definition. And then, if you're yet to meet your maker, well, when you die, you meet your maker. So you are late at that point. So before you're late, you haven't met them, so you're pre-late. Right, what's the riverbanks washed out area in the dark going on there then? Check reveal word. Unaware. Okay, yeah, in the dark is unaware. What we got? Riverbanks washed out around area. We've got an A for area, haven't we? So the river is the Ure, U-R-E, I think. Banks. N-A-W. I'm not sure about that one really. A for air is in there somewhere. Ure I think is a river, so U-R-E, which leaves either N-A-W or N-W-A. Neither of which can get me to what banks are. Unless the bank is the NatWest, the N-W. Don't think so. Right. A team is Real Madrid are a football team. Doctor is DR. Stopping to help is aid, so got AID, so that gives us the adrid bit. And on the end of field, a field is a realm. Fair enough. What's this? Orn. Okay. Right. Fair enough. A is in the clue. Positive result is a win. Take the eye out, trim the eye out of win, gives you orn, which is beard. Not a phrase I know. Petite, so little is petite, there's your definition. A darling is a pet, a couple is an item without the M, so take the M off of item, gives you petite. This one, real word, cut no ice, fair enough. What's that doing then? Knowing about false icon Feldenpress. Well, if you Feldenpress, you cut no ice. That seems okay. I think we've got an anagram of icon, haven't we? And cute. Cute is knowing. Is that right? Okay. That's beyond me then. Cute is knowing. Going around an anagram of icon. False is your anagram indicator. I think is how that one works. Losing wings. So start to drop lower. Yeah, sorry, I need to reveal that, don't I? I've got no idea about that one. Hereford. Okay. Lower is a cow, so cows are low. So a Hereford is a type of cow. That's the that's that bit. Start to drop is a D. Therefore, okay. Losing wings. So is therefore. Take the T and the E off of therefore, gives you Hereford, and then the start to drop is a D, which gives you lower. I was not getting that, even probably with the checkers in place. What we've got next? Smudge. I need to look at smudge. I had that one. So a smudge is a mark, that's your definition. D for daughter. Self-satisfied is smug. E for European, entertains the same, put the D in there. That one I can do. Source of vintage, so vintage is talking about wines. Well, a cru is a name for a vineyard. So I'm guessing puzzle is a crux. Does not include times. Times would be an X, I think. Crux. I think that's how that works. Right, what's that going on with this pastel? What is the anagram here? Reveal word. Opalescent. Okay, opalescent is reflecting different colours. Anagram of pastel once, and restored is your anagram indicator. Fair enough. Onto one that I did get, the E for Earl, and then the Duke is a D going into Asian land of China, which gives you the echidna, which is a little crossword animal I learnt in my first year or so. Round is Omicron, sorry, round character is Omicron. It's one of the Greek alphabet. I guess it's quite round then. Extremely short is micro. Put it into leg, which is on. So the on side in cricket is the leg side. Kent. Now I think so. The Surrey County is Kent. I think it's how it works. So that's your definition. Known to Scots. Well, Scots, if they understand you, they say I can. Known is a past tense, so I think they kent. That's how I'm seeing that clue. Right, what was the leading swimmer then? Come on. Skippering. Really? Leading. Yeah. Swimmer smoked, yeah, smoked kipper. With carol, to sing is to carol. So sing outside of kipper. Fair enough. Right. So that's the cross clues stared at. Let's look at the downs. What do we got here? Second is mo, as in wait a moment, wait a mo, wait a second. And exercise class is PE, physical ed. And mope is depressive. M's predecessor is an L, and that's going in, constrained by going in bond, which is cement, which gives you clement, which is mercy. Right, is that a bad load of good? Bad lot of good? I don't know, useless? I think it's probably a bad lot of good. Let's have a look. See what the word is. A fat lot of good. Okay. Right. Much sentimentality. So useless is a fat lot of good. I think female at Oxford is fat, so to speak. Female at is fat. Oxford, much sentimentality. A goo. Goo could be much sentimentality. Lot of goo. Is that a lot of goo? A lot of goo. Yeah, okay, so it's a lot of goo is much sentimentality. So something that's gooey is a bit sentimental. Going around fat, which is female is F and at is in the clue. And then Oxford ultimately is the D on the end, and useless is a fat lot of good. Wasn't getting that one. What may be melting is the ice caps. Current is I, that's your unit of resistance. C for century, cricket notation I think. And rising speed is pace going upwards. Right, that's Aquarius, I think, probably. Or is it aquarium? Sign is Aquarius. Fish, yeah, Aquarius. So where fish are small, so Aquarius, fish is in aquarium. S for small, but lose the M for mass. Gives you Aquarius, which is one of the signs. Didn't try it. Never thought to try it. I did think of Capricorn and Sagittarius thing, and then never tried on. Right, Rosenthal. Okay, so that is a hidden word. I did say from the start that was a hidden word. I think. Let's check that. Thalamai. Check word. Yep. So hidden word across Rosenthal and minister. Showing is your hidden word indicator. Masses of brains. I have no idea in what context that means. Masses of brains. But I did say there would be. I said earlier I thought there might be hidden words somewhere. I did also say when I first looked at the clues, I thought it might be that one. Right, a commander is a green beret. Without experience is green. Soldiers are RE for Royal Engineers. Going in a punt. Take a punt, you take a bet. Displaced is your anagram indicator that a man changed ID, and I for one gives you an adding machine. An adding machine does sums, so it's a summer. Right, never quite understood this one. Completed, I think, is up. Article is the. On Native Americans is Cree. Where does McKay come from? Or are they called the Creek? In Bother. Well, if you're in Bother, you're up the creek. Yeah, I'm not sure about where the K comes from. I'm assuming it must be creek. I don't think up a K, Thek. That's all I can say, really. Right, what's this? Where have we gone? There, I'm there. Creature no longer seen in areas south of large country. Even looking at that, I'm not sure what it can be. Ask. I would think it's an ark, but don't know. Let's have a look. Let's find out. A great orc. Okay. Wow. Large is great. AU, area is A, and the UK is a country. Yeah, that's easy, isn't So yeah, south of large is great. A for area, and then UK as a country on the end. Gives you the Great Orc. So creature no longer seen. Must be a creature that's no longer seen, so to speak. What are we on to next? We're on to the chap who's hung over. Not very lively. I really would like to put Ruffin in there, but not very lively. Let's find out what the answer is. Ruffin. Okay. Rough. Not very lively. EN. Is a chap a Ruffin? Is there an anagram of hungover in there? I think it probably is an anagram of hungover there, without not V. Yeah. Okay, so chap is a Ruffin. We've got an anagram of hungover, but without the V, which is indicated by not V, not very, V for very, and then lively is your anagram indicator. Wasn't getting that one. What was this? Denari? Denari, I think this is probably. Gods protecting revolutionary republic. Is that Iran? Denari. And pennies are denarii, aren't they, in the Roman thing? Let's have a look. Let's see if that works. Check word. Denarii is right. So pennies, I think, are the old Roman money system. God's protecting. So I think we've got Iran going backwards. Revolutionary Republic. DEI. Gods. I don't know why gods are. Oh, deities. Dei? Gods. DEI. Dei. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it could be shortening of deities. So what have we got here? Theatre company with uniform parts. I think that's to recoup. Yeah, theatre rep. Co. Yeah, okay. Recoup. Right, let me explain that one then. So we've got rep is theatre, company is CO, and uniform is parting that, putting it inside of that U for uniform, and to recoup is to win back. So there we go. Not a great performance by myself on that one. Another definite fact that I'm not ready for the Times Crossword Championship. Anyway, thank you for watching.